It's dinner time. And the final meal of this delicious Ukrainian ration so far. 24-hour ration. It's been fantastic. So we got ourselves another retort main. We'll translate this momentarily. Feels like rusks again. We got another one of those teas. Another spoon accessory kit with a giant napkin. Another pack of crackers. Another 10 grams of sugar. Ooh. This looks like honey. Judging by the little bumblebee on the top. This is kind of hard to confuse with the apricot jam. It literally has melting honey on it. Let's see what else is in here. Another wet napkin. And some salt. No pepper. So the name translates to be beans with vegetables. Beans with pork and vegetables. And then these are more of those wheat crusts. Or rye crusts. Interesting. This doesn't really feel like a soup. Actually, maybe it does. Is this what we're gonna have for dinner? Yes, we will. Let's get this where it needs to be. On the tray. Let's start by heating up that main and getting some water ready for our tea that we've already had with lunch. It'd be cool if they gave us a coffee for dinner, but... Alright, while the main's cooling down, let's go ahead and take a look at this tea again. I've added 10 ounces of water, boiling already, so we can just go ahead and steep it, let it soak. But it may need a little bit of time. And if you're interested in this mug right here, contact Germs and Marie. He has a store. I do not have a store. So let's check out the main first before we do anything else. It's pretty hot. I'm guessing it's a soup. I have a bowl on standby just in case I need it. So let's open it up, check it out, put it in a bowl with croutons if need be. Turns out it is beans, pork, vegetables, and it is a soup. Take a look at the rusks. See if they're about the same as they were earlier. And they are. Let's get our bowl ready here. Look at all that fat. Oh boy. You definitely see the beans in this. I love beans. This is gonna work out great for me. But I will taste it before I add the salt. I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice. Does It's actually not quite a soup, but everything will thicken up nice. Get the spoon out. Gotta be careful with one of these. You kill your enemy with one of these sharp spoons. Give that a stir, put the lid on it, set it to the side. Let's get our napkin out as well. Shit, almost forgot about this thing. Steep the tea a little bit more. Round 3 of these crackers. You always get a little bit of cracker dust. I'm gonna put them in the middle this time since I have nothing else to put there. Just the usual big, thick Ukrainian crackers. Even though this tea is gonna steep for a little while, I think I'm gonna go ahead and add our 10 grams of sugar to it. It's time for a Ukrainian 24-hour ration dinner. Oh boy. So as I said before, these are paper pouches, it feels. And I dropped this in my water that was heating my main for like 1 minute after it was already cooled down. And this thing feels damp. So let's check out the honey. Yep, I think that's exactly what happened. It is foil lined and paper. So thankfully I didn't leave it in there too long or it would have dissolved into nothing. The tea is steeped for a while and I squeezed that tea bag. Added the sugar, stirred it. It's still steeping. I want a good gauge on that. First we need to take the main out. It's not as soupy as I originally thought. It reconstituted perfectly. So we're actually going to get this out on the tray. Wow. It takes up the whole portion of the main section on the tray. And it did put a good amount of soaking up into these croutons. I feel like this main, even though I haven't tried it yet, it's probably missing the pepper. That's the only thing that I think Customs may have taken, or they dropped it when they were reassembling it before they shipped it over here, which is surprising because if this needs pepper, which it should, because it reminds me of like a bean soup, like a bean and ham American thing we do here in central Indiana and also in the Midwest. Ham and beans. Is this the Ukrainian version? Most likely. It's cracker time. Look at the thickness of these rusks, as I call them. They're not really rusks, they're biscuits, crackers. They are extremely stale, but they're not stale. It's hard to explain. Wow. That is very sugary looking honey. I warmed it up, but it's very crystallized. Very interesting. Let's try some tea. It's a lot darker. Support germs, MRE. Oh yeah. Steeped it longer, a lot stronger. My original thought on the tea was it wasn't very good. Wasn't as good as the Russian IRP tea, but it's definitely strong. Even with the 10 grams of sugar, might have to start again, but it's not very strong. The thing I'm wondering though right now is this honey. It's so good. It's like crystallized, real honey. But I wonder, should I add this to the tea? Should I eat the other crackers with the main? I don't know yet. But I mean, it's very crystallized. It's real honey. Incredible. And the crackers are not that bad now that I'm getting used to them. These taste a lot less hard than they did earlier. So maybe I just got lucky. But they're delicious. They're thick. And the honey. Crystallized. Sugar. They have some interesting bees over there. Let me try the tea again now that I got it all steeped, squeezed. Even that 10 grams of sugar didn't really make it that sweet. I think it's time to try the main. See if it needs salt. See if it needs pepper. I haven't eaten all day, so I'm starving. So pork, beans, pork, vegetables. I saw Waffles do one the other day, and he had chicken, beans, and vegetables. So I'm excited about this. It's very good. So it's pork, beans, let's see the beans, vegetables, and of course the croutons, rusks. There's a big, huge piece of pork. On a sharp Ukrainian spoon. And that pork, it's not dry. It tastes like ham. And it's interesting that there was so much broth in there, but it absorbed beautifully. This is very salty. I wish there was pepper. It needs the pepper. I mean, I have salt. But this needs pepper. But on its own, it's totally fine. Beans, some croutons, some pork, which is pretty much ham. It's like ham and beans, like we have here in the USA. Like my favorite comfort food in the world. Put a little bit of ham on there. A little bit of honey. Sweet and salty. Actually, that's a lot of ham. That is all ham. A little bit of honey. A little Ukrainian treat. I wonder if these gentlemen do the same thing once in a while. It's crazy how delicious this is. They only give you so much honey. You got to utilize it. The honey is okay with the main. There's so much meat. It's just salty. I'm debating to not use the salt. This would give it pepper, but sweet and salty. I don't know. Honey's not as strong as like a apricot jam or an apple jelly, but it still works pretty good. The tea. Let's get some tea. It's delicious. It's strong, robust. To me, it tastes like a kind of weak Lipton, but it's still pretty good. It's time for some more of this Maine. Tons and tons of pork. And the croutons, I was kind of surprised at first. I was like, well, is this a soup? It wasn't as soupy as I originally thought. But the croutons did thicken it up a little bit to put it on the tray. Not like you would need to, because retort pouch. You just put it in there, throw the croutons in there, let it sit for a minute, snack on your crackers and your honey, have a couple sips of tea for a little bit of caffeine, and then go to town like this. This is what it would look like coming out of the retort pouch. But it's on the tray for demonstration purposes. As an American, I can say this is 1,000 times better than anything we get in U.S. Emery rations. I mean, even cold weathers, they're the best that we have, and they are not even close to this good. Ukraine. Have amazing meals. Breakfast was great. Lunch was amazing. Dinner was amazing. The amount of fat in these rations. Ukraine sure knows how to make a happy soldier. If you're dying for your country or fighting for your country, you should have food like this. In the US, our regular Emerys are absolutely terrible. This is delicious. That tea turned out amazing. It's just like the croutons. They're soft. They soaked up everything. The beans. Oh boy. I love beans. They're so like designed well, mixed well. Perfect idea. Yeah, so the main is salty. It's super salty, but not super duper salty. Like the Russian lunch I had, that was insane. This is salty, but in a good way. I should have did that with the soup the other day, as it was also salty, but it was saltier by adding that in, and I'm glad I didn't. You know, these crackers are like well baked, pretty thick, pretty hard. The honey tastes like honey, and natural too. It's not just corn syrup. I could only wonder what the main would be like with pepper. I'm sure it came with pepper, but I don't have any pepper. So I think Customs took that because the breakfast came with salt and pepper, and so did the lunch. But they didn't steal the honey, so that's all that matters right now anyway. Last of the honey. I will miss you, my delicious honey. Just delicious, beany, fat, porky. Oh man, a thick Ukrainian cracker. Yeah, this main is filling. So I thought it was a soup, but the beans and the pork, it is very salty. But not overly salty, but it's salty. So I'm not going to complain about the salt. A soldier needs as much sodium as they can get. This is salty, but not too salty for me. I mean, that Russian lunch was insane. Too much salt, ruined everything. This is salty, but delicious. I learned a thing or two with this dangerous Ukrainian spoon. It could you could stab somebody with this thing. It's pretty sharp. But I learned now after this is my third meal out of the 24-hour ration, my final meal. And you learn how to use it. Like you get it on a spoon like this, and then you take it off with your teeth. You don't suck the spoon, and you don't cut your lips or the inside of your mouth. Man, oh man, I wish I would have had one more cracker. I mean, that honey was actually enough for multiple crackers. One more cracker is all I needed. There's some beans right there. This is my first time having Ukrainian ham and beans. Salty, delicious. I'm glad it thickened up enough to put on the tray. It wasn't a soup. But those croutons, rusks, certainly thickened it up and added more flavor and boosted the caloric content. That was extremely filling. Ooh, I thought the dinner would be a lot lighter. I mean, lunch was huge, but the beans, the ham, or the pork, fat, man, beans really do fill you up. That was delicious for a dinner. Didn't need the salt. It really didn't need the pepper, but the pepper would have helped. The honey was amazing. Natural, delicious, real honey. The tea was incredible. Oh man, that was everything so far in the Ukrainian ration, or all together, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, was way better than the mains in the Russian ration by a long shot. This was real food, real deliciousness. It wasn't canned. It was in a retard pouch that stands up that you could use to eat out of. You didn't need a tray. The tea was good. The napkin was pretty big. I'm impressed. The spoon was sharp. It is what it is. It's a piece of plastic. You know, you could always whittle it down around the edges and smooth them out with your knife out in the field. But yeah, I would say let's take a look at this. Wet nap. Waffles the other day. Opened the wet nap and I'm like, man, I didn't do that. Oh, it's very wet. It's an actual cloth. Oh. Oh. It smells like a gentle soap. Clean my spoon. Smells good though. All right, well that was the Ukrainian 24-hour basic regular ration. Eventually, we're going to try out the reinforced, which I also have. But this was an amazing experience to have, like, without leaving the country, and to experience what the soldiers are eating while they're fighting in war. It's pretty crazy to believe that I was able to get one of their rations during these insane times. So I wish them soldiers the best, and I hope that everything is well, and that they regain their homeland. That was my review on the dinner ration of the Ukrainian 24-hour. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll be bringing you back soon with something different. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. This was an awesome experience.